today we're doing a presentation of the players. And for Dock City Rollers, we have number 0980, Voivitu, number 10, Bruce Lee, 11, Fräulein F. Reckless, number 18 is Boden, number 2, Olian, number 20, Bilen, 26, Evil Dinette, number 31, Malice Babs, 33, Force Majeure, number 414, A Crusher, number 417, Tina Turner, number 41, Patty from the Block, number 84, A Tank, and number 9, Diesel Doris.
Yes, so we can see the Dock City team on the screen right now, waving at the audience.
We have the lineup manager, Pelvis Restley also, and the bench coach, Muffa.
That's right.
That's right.
And I was just thinking, in between the teams here, before I present Lulu for you, we can introduce ourselves.
Yes, we should definitely do that. So I'm Jogana Fall, and I will be doing this stream announcing for the first time ever.
Is it your first time announcing at all?
It's not really my first time announcing, but doing a stream is my first time announcing.
Well, my name is Puppy Blue. It's not my first time announcing, but it's my first time on the stream.
And maybe on the screen as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, we can see Luleå Roller Derby, Slaughter Daughters lining up on the track. So, today we're gonna see number 10, Roadkill, 101, Cruella de Jill, 1010, Louise Jönsson, 17, Killing, 19, Gabby Grenade, number 23, Lucy Slayer, number 4, General Hayride, number 43, Adrenaline, number 48, Ruby Disaster, number 627, Junie Jenks, number 64, Joy Destroyer, number 82, Rolling Riot, and number 9, Tismanade. Not sure about my pronunciation on all of those names.
We have the coaches as well, Cinderella Bonebreaker, and the lineup manager, Lade Lackey.
All wearing really fancy hats. Now we don't only have the golden one, we have a silver and a black hat as well.
Super cool. And for those of you watching who maybe are watching roller derby for the first time, maybe you're thinking, what's up with all the names? And we should maybe explain that you have your, could you say, like your roller derby alter ego?
Yeah.
Kind of a role you step into once you enter the track or once you get into your outfit.
It's kind of an old tradition in roller derby. That on the track you're not your normal self, your alter ego.
Okay, so the first jam is starting, and for jamming for Dock City Rollers we have number 11, Fräulein F. Reckles.
And for Luleå we have number 10, Roadkill.
So the one you want to look at is the one with the star on the helmet, because they are the one making or taking points.
So the players with stars on their helmet, that's who we're calling jammers. And the first jammer to get through the pack gets lead jam, which it's going to be significant later on in the game.
Still waiting. Neither team has made their initial breakthrough, but yes.
Fräulein is through and gets lead jam. We can still see Roadkill behind the pack. I think Fräulein gets through on the outside near the third corner. And
we have our first penalties.
And we also have our first 5 points of the game. And oh, Fräulein just skips around on the inside.
I did not see what the penalties were for, but you see number 43, Adrenaline, getting back on the track.
And we have Dock City's jammer, Fräulein, sitting in the penalty box.
Ooh, a lot of things happening at the same time.
And one penalty is 30 seconds.
Right.
So that means that Luleå has 30 seconds of not having to worry about Dock City's jammer, and they can just help their own jammer.
Right. And since Fräulein got lead jam, but then was sent to the penalty bag, she lost her lead jam, which means that this jam will go on for a full 2 minutes.
And we should also mention that Roadkill had taken off their jammer paddy, so the star was no longer on their head. Maybe they were looking to do a star pass, which means you can give over your jammer status to your pivot in the team, and the pivot is the blocker with another helmet cover on with a stripe.
Jam number 2 coming up, number 18, Oljan jamming for Dock City Rollers.
No. Number 18 for Dock City.
Oh, did I say?
Oljan is Dock City's pivot. Number 2.
Oh!
And we have Louis Jönsson jamming for Luleå, who also has lead. And their number 18, Boden, is through jamming for Dock City. Louis Jönsson gets through really easy on the inside and calls it off.
Calling it off. So when you have lead jam status, you could say that you kind of own the jam.
Yeah.
And it gives you the opportunity to call it off and just keep your points to yourself, and making sure that your opposing team don't get any points.
Exactly. So
we have new jammers for Dock City Rollers. It's number 31, Malice Babs, jamming.
And I think we have number 17, Killing, jamming for Luleå. Malice Babs gets recycled all the way back, and we have Killing in front of the pack, pushing against a 4-wall of Dock City players.
We see some strong blocking game here.
Oh, and both jammers are through, and Killing a 1.5 meters in front of Malice Babs, and Killing has lead.
She's calling it off. So I thought that she would be going for some quick points before calling it off.
Yeah, but I think since the Luleå blockers were behind the Dock City blockers, Malice had a really big chance of scoring points as well. So sometimes it's just better to make sure neither of you get any points than giving away points to your to your opposite player.
Number 33, Force Majeure, jamming for Dock City Rollers.
And Louis Jönsson again jamming for Luleå. Louis just tripping on the inside, I was gonna say, but looks like they were a bit too far on the inside and gets sent to the penalty box for a cutting.
And we see a power jam when a jammer is in the box.
Yeah. So Force Majeure is the only player on the only jammer on the track. Just breaks through Luleå's wall.
She just went for it. She saw a small little hole in the wall and just went for it. There you go.
And I think the Luleå blockers learned their lesson. This time they're keeping a bit tighter, but still Force just juking around them. And Louise is back on track.
Going for her initial breakthrough. Force gets through, and
and there's, I think it's Oljan from Dock City who held back Louis Jönsson for a while, but Louis gets through. Force, apex jump!
Yes, we got to see this weekend's first apex jump.
Apex jump, so it means that Force jumped over the inside lines of the track and therefore managed to get through.
Fräulein F. Reckles jamming.
I think we might have the apex
yes,
jump
we
here.
see.
Oh,
Yes.
yes.
Did you see that?
So nice. So the score so far is 27 points to Duck City and 9 points to Luleå. It's a pretty tight game.
It is. And let's see what jammers we have. We have Reckless jamming for Duck City.
And Roadkill jamming for Luleå.
Reckless getting lead jam status.
Roadkill is hit on the outside, gets recycled by Bilen. The Roadkill is at the end of the pack. Having A Crusher, Evil the Nets, and Bilen. All three together.
She's holding her.
But up in front of the pack, Luleå's blockers is doing a great job holding Fräulein as well.
She's just pushing.
And in between we have Voivito from Duck City just keeping the pack together. Oh, and Voivito goes up, doing a little offense play on Luleå's blockers and helps Fräulein get through. At the same time, we have Roadkill getting out of the pack. Fräulein just goes easy on the outside and calls it off. That's
and at the same time, let's see. Evil the Nets from Gothenburg.
Duck City Rollers.
Duck City Rollers, who are from Gothenburg.
They are, they are.
Ends up in the box. So both teams have a player in the box.
So only 3 blockers from each team on the track. We have Boden jamming for Duck City. And Killing jamming for Luleå. Killing is at the front of the pack, up against Oljan, but gets through and gets lead. Boden is getting some offense help from Oljan. Gets through on the outside, but Killing is back at the same time.
Did you see how they just opened up that inside or outside line for her?
So nice.
Just helping your jammer like that is very much appreciated.
Oh, very much.
Very much appreciated.
Sometimes I'm a jammer myself. I know how much you appreciate when your blockers just, it's like opens a door for you. Oh, we have Louise Johnson jamming for Luleå.
And Malice Babs jamming for Duck City. Malice Babs getting lead. I'm not sure. Yes, Malice Babs,
I think Malice got lead, but Louise was out at the same time. Therefore, Malice just chose to call it off. So neither of them would get any points.
Duck City Rollers 36 to Slaughter Daughters 13 points.
And we have seen 10 minutes of this game. So still 20 minutes remaining of this first half.
Number 33, fourth, jamming for her Duck City, getting lead jam.
And Louise Johnson jamming for...
that's another Apex jump.
This is second Apex jump by force majeure. Ooh, and Louise Johnson getting sent to the penalty box for a cutting while they were trying to get through on the inside line. That means Luleå has 3 players in the box. Oh, the pivot is getting back on the track.
Malice is just going lap after lap after lap. Fourth.
Yeah, and at this moment as well, Duck City's blockers have a great opportunity to give some really good offense. You could just see all 4 of them teaming up on one of Luleå's blockers, just holding them back. You see Oljang goes up before Force, just mess around a bit with the blockers. And Louise Jönsson is back on track.
Apex jump.
What an entry!
But yeah.
But gets called for a cutting once again.
Looking at the Lilios bench going like, I don't know what happened there.
Which means that once again we have a power jam for Duck City Rollers. And Force Majeure keeps going.
Guessing that Force does not know how to get tired.
No.
Just keeps going, keeps going.
And Duck City's blockers once again just holding
Calling it off.
Yes.
That, how many points were taken during that jam?
Oh. 33.
A 33-point jam. Okay,
that's not something you see every day. But yeah, having 2 power jams during one jam, that helps, getting that amount of points. And all of a sudden we have a big gap.
Big gap.
Points. We have 69 points to Duck City Rollers and still 13 points to Luleå.
I think it is fair to assume that this is the reason to the team timeout that is going on right now.
Yes.
What do you think that is happening down there in Luleå's corner?
I know for a fact myself, it's really easy that you get stressed once you start to see this gap in the scores. You tend to get stressed. So I think they're just having a timeout to calm down and get back to do their thing, because the first 4 or 5 jams were really tight and even. So I just think their bench coach want to remind all the players that they were doing a really great thing in the beginning. I'm gonna get back to that. And it looks like we have an official review. Yes, from Duck City Rollers. Their bench coach Muffa is in the middle talking to the refs.
Is there a official review going on at the same time as the team timeout?
I think the team timeout is over. It's only 1 minute,
right.
And it went over directly to an official review. So for those who doesn't know, an official review is when one of the teams wanna what would say, they have opinions about something the refs have done or not done. So maybe they think that a player from the other team should have gotten a penalty for something, or maybe they think that a penalty they got, one of their player got, didn't deserve it.
I'm guessing that this could have to do with the cutting penalty given to Killen there when Killen got back on the track.
Yeah, I think looks like the refs have discussed it and is explaining to the bench coach what's going to happen. And Muffa looks really happy. Okay, so we're going to get an explanation here.
Blue team have used their official review. They were looking for a low block penalty to be issued to the orange jammer in the last jam. It was initially called as a cutting penalty. It will be changed to a low block penalty, but no cutting penalty will then be issued. Blue team will retain their official review. Thank you.
Okay, so they were not happy with the call. Louise Jönsson was sent to the penalty box for a cutting, but this that cutting has been changed to a low block, if I understood that correctly.
And a power start.
So we have Fräulein F. Reckless jamming for Duck City, already lead jammer, and Louise Jönsson has just re-entered the track.
Fräulein just pushing through Luleå's blockers.
And Liz Johnson getting some help from one of their blockers. Still can't get through, still in the first corner. And
Still waiting for there was
and
the initial breakthrough.
Freulein attempts an apex jump, but gets hit out.
Gets hit out, but Lulio got a blocker sent to the penalty box there. I didn't really see what happened. Oh,
No.
blocking
Blocking out of bound. No, out of play.
out of play.
I think. Oh, I should really know my ref signals better. Sorry, refs.
I'm also very sorry for not really knowing all the ref signals. Usually I just go to the box when they tell me to.
Yeah, that's all we
Okay.
do.
Boden jamming for
Dog City.
Dog City.
And, Killin jamming for Lulu, and Killin got lead. Just tripping on their toe stops through the pack. Getting back up to... Oh!
Just
the sliding
using-
on the outside. And
calling it off.
exactly. As Boden also got through. But
Did
that's...
the initial breakthrough, so that's smart. You call it off there, just
you get your 4 points and you call it.
and then you call it.
So we can also see on the track, just want to give some attention to our track ninjas. The people in blue on the inside of the track, making sure the track is always, what do you say, hel?
It's always intact.
Intact, yeah. Running
Malice.
around with the tape.
Malice Bubs getting lead jammer status, and then just
And we have Cruella de Jill jamming for Lulio. Still in the first corner against the 3 wall of Dock City blockers.
and Oljan trying to help her jammer.
Oh, so Cruella de Jill is getting closer to second corner, but still have those Dock City blockers in front of them. Sina
keeping-
turn her and Putty from the block. A tank is holding the pack together since Malice Bubs is also now in the second corner.
We're
behind-
seeing some strong blocker game going on right now.
It's 2 really strong walls. Oh, and Cruella de Jill is sent to the penalty box for a cutting. Malice Bubs almost made it through the pack, but got hit on the outside and got recycled. No pass, no penalty. Malice is looking at their bench coach. What should I do? Should I call it? Yes, you should.
Getting tired there, just looking at the bench. Could I please just call this?
But it's a smart move. Call it while the other jammer is sitting in the box. Will give you a power start, which means you can get full offense from your blockers from the first whistle.
and getting lead jam.
So, good move by Malice for looking at their bench coach, and also a good move by the bench coach to give the signal of calling off the jam.
A power start coming up.
Yeah, we see Evil Danette's going straight up on the wall, Lulu wall to help Force Major that is jamming for Duck City. And Force is through.
That is a good name for that player.
It is. You can see where it's coming from.
Yeah.
Cruella de Jill is back on the track, gets hit out by Voivitu and recycled.
And Force get 4 points. Keep pushing.
Cruella de Jill has made it through half of the track, but it's once again hit out by Voivitu, Duck City's pivot.
And Force is just muscling through the Lulio blockers.
Lulu have 2 blockers in the penalty box. One of them is heading back out to the track as we speak. And Force Major gets sent to the penalty box for a back block.
A back block.
So yeah, even though this might look like a tough sport with a lot of pushing and tackling, you're not allowed to tackle or push anyone anyhow. Like, so you're not allowed to push someone in straight in the back. So now Lulu has a 30-second power jam. Cruella de Jill has made it around the track. Last blocker gets trips over on Voivita's skates.
And 15 seconds remaining of this jam. And a full jam, 2 minutes long.
Yes.
Doesn't sound like much,
but it's
but
tough.
it is tough. 2 minutes are longer on the track than outside the track.
It is.
I think we could all agree on that.
And we saw Force Majeure back on the track. I think got an extra 4 points. So that's a total of 14 points for Dock City in this jam.
Looking, you don't see this, but Force Majeure is lying down with legs up, I'm guessing due to maybe some kind of hit in the belly area. Hopefully
they
it's not
have
something.
not called for medics, so I guess it's not that serious. We have Louis Johnson jamming for Luleå and Fräulein F. Reckless for Dock City.
Just pushing the jammers towards the inside line and then just fastly going over to the outside.
Oh, and both teams have one blocker and their pivot in the penalty box. Looks kind of pretty from up here where I'm sitting. So symmetric with the helmets and helmet covers. And the last thing we see is also Louise Johnson getting sent to the penalty box for a cutting.
And I'm not sure. I'm guessing that Luleå got another blocker sent to the penalty box. But the penalty box is full.
Yeah, so they have one penalty, one penalty waiting to happen. And we see Malice Babs jamming for Dock City. So it's a 30-second power jam.
Oh, just getting hit out there.
Nice hit by Ruby Disaster.
Who got sent out for that? I'm not sure.
Luleå has one blocker on the track.
Sometimes that's all it takes.
But this time Malice made it through, and now Malice will also get help from Oljan and Diesel Duris. That's back from the penalty box. You can see Louis Johnson standing up, getting back out on the track.
Oh, Louis Johnson doing 2 jumps, just really fast, one after another, just like tripping through.
Dock City doing some offense to help Malice get through and calls it off. So Malice got 9 points.
Yes, there it just got hit out.
It's a really majestic way to call off the jam while you're just sliding.
While you're sliding
butt.
out. And this is jam number 14.
We have 9 minutes remaining of this first half of the game.
Reckless jamming for Gothenburg.
And Killen jamming for
Dock City
Luleå.
Rollers, I'm sorry. Dock City Rollers. Reckless getting lead jam status.
Killing getting hit on the outside and recycled by Tina Turnher from Dock City. Fräulein is back in the pack, gets through, gets their first points. That's 5 points. Since Killing is still in the pack. And Killing just spinning around Patty from the block and is out of the pack.
And Reckless is calling it.
So that's another 10 points for Dock City. That's in 120 points. And Luleå still at 17.
Yep.
So, and we have an official review from Dock City once again. Since they actually won their last official review, that they retained it and can ask for another one this half. Each team has one official review per half. But if the referees actually agree with you, you get another one.
You get to keep it. So whenever you win your official review, you keep it, right?
Exactly. And if you lose it, well, at least you will get another one for the second half.
And this official review is given to you by Sticky Skates. Word from our sponsors.
Yes. So, and in the middle we can see Muffa explaining what they think should have been a call or something like that. We can see Voivito trying to cool off. Yeah, I haven't been
Just
down on
fanning each other.
I haven't been down on the track yet today. I don't know, maybe it's warmer down there. It's a pretty nice day here in Borås, actually.
It is a very nice day.
We're in the ice hockey arena, so we can't see the sun. But on my way here, I can see it, so I'm guessing it's still pretty hot outside.
I'm guessing so.
So the ref seems to have come to a conclusion.
Did you see what this was for?
No, I think we're going to get an explanation once a ref is done explaining it to the bench codes. Muffa doesn't look quite as happy this time. Okay,
Just
we're
throwing the...
We're going to get the
Blue team have used their official review. They were looking for an out-of-bounds block penalty to be issued to Orange 1-7. The referees deemed that there was not impact enough for there to be an out-of-bounds block, so no penalty will be issued. Blue team lose their official review.
Okay.
So there we go. They wanted a penalty on Killin, the jammer from Luleå. They did not get it. They will not keep their official review for this half.
And for this jam, we saw two kind of different jammer strategies.
I'm just going to mention Roadkill is jamming for Luleå. Got out of the pack, but gets sent to the penalty box for cutting.
Oh no. Force jamming for Dock City Rollers, going for the inside, getting a little push,
Yes.
but that doesn't seem to do any harm.
So
And
Force is
coming on the outside, just
getting offense help from their blockers since Roadkill is still sitting in the box. Roadkill is actually standing up, gonna be out on the track in less than 10 seconds. And there we go, Roadkill is back on the track. Force Majeure is getting help from a Crusher in front of the pack, still behind those Luleå blockers. Roadkill has taken off the helmet cover.
should we be expecting a star pass?
Might be, but
The pivot is kind of far away
yeah, that's
for a star.
Juni Jinx, but is we'll see. Juni Jinx is now no longer in Luleå's wall, at least, and might be able to take a star pass. But at the moment, Roadkill is up in the front, just having Bilen and Evil the Nets to pass. Well, I'm just going to say just, because I've tried that myself, and it's not fun.
It's not fun. Okay.
And there we go. Roadkill is through, and Force Majeure chose to call it off. But
And
before
we got two penalties in that situation. Did not see what it was for. Could it have been maybe a failure to reform the pack?
it might have been, the pack was really stretched out, and even though some players, both from Luleå and Dock City, were bridging, like trying to keep the pack together, the players can't be spread out all over the track.
Right.
But it's really easy to misjudge the distance and get a penalty because you're too far away from the rest of the players.
Killing it in yet again.
Cutting. That I could see it from here.
Oh, you could.
It was quite a clear cutting.
I was looking at Malice Buds just
That is
working.
Malice is under scoring pass.
Up against just Luleå's pivot.
Yeah. And Dock City has all their 4 blockers on the track, while Lulio is also missing a blocker. Melis just getting some help from Oljan. A tank and Evil the Net.
And Killen is back.
Ooh,
Going, oh, just
jumping on their toe stops. Oh,
but getting hit out by Evil the Nets, who got sent to the penalty box for
blocking out of play, I would guess.
would guess so.
Which makes it totally legal to get back in front of them on the track.
So 135 to 17.
We haven't seen Lulu score any points in a very long time
We
now.
haven't. We haven't.
I don't know what happened. I would say the first 4 or 5 jams were really even. And then we had that jam with 2 power jams for Duck City, where Force Majeure scored 33 points. And I think that really shook Lulu up. They got stressed, nervous. That's when they took their first time out. But still, I would say...
And we have seen really strong walls from Dock City Rollers. So they are not letting the jammers just pass. They really have to work for it.
Yes, and Duck City is known to be a really strong team. They have been to the US playing 2 tournaments this spring. I think they even got back home just a couple of days ago from the last one, and in both tournaments they won all their games in the US, improving a lot in the ranking. Okay, we're gonna see what that official review was about.
Orange team have used their official review. They were looking for the cutting call that was issued to Orange 1-7 to be overturned. The referees saw that Orange 1-7 did cut multiple skaters, even though one was the non-initiator who went out. So because of that, the cut call will stand. Orange team lose their official review.
Okay, so Lulu wanted to remove the cutting on Killin for that jam, but the refs all agreed that they did see a cutting, so the cutting will stand. And Lulu will lose their official review for this half.
And let's see what jammers do we have on the track. It's Killen from Lulio and Reckless.
And
from
both
Dock City Rollers.
Jammers. No, once again, Killen gets sent to the penalty box for a cutting. Fräulein got through the pack on the inside and Killen on the outside. And a little mini jump, apex jump from Fräulein. Looks so easy.
It does look easy. It's not.
So once again, power jam to Duck City. And
Reckless just, oh no, getting hit out.
Getting hit out by Gabby Grenade from Lulio.
Who then got hit out too. Making it possible for Reckless to just enter.
Yes. And
that's a cool strategy that's a really efficient strategy from Dock City.
They have practiced this a lot, and Killen is through, back on the track and through on their scoring pass. As Fräulein gets through the pack on the inside and calls it off.
Calls it off going down. We've seen this a couple of times now.
Gabby Grenade, Lulio's pivot, gets sent to the penalty box for a forearm. And we're gonna see... That was an 18-point jam for Duck City. I think those power jams are not good for Lulio.
They're not. And this could cause the jammers to get a bit stressed, because we've seen quite a lot of cutting penalties just during the initial breakthrough.
Yeah.
Which could cause the jammers to get stressed and just think that, okay, so I should just go straight through or whatever.
Yeah.
And then they get sent out for cutting again.
We have force majeure on their scoring pass, lead jammer. Roadkill is still on their initial pass, just squeezed in the middle of the pack. We have a really, really tight pack. Hard to see who's doing what. Oh, force majeure in the front of the pack still has some Lulu players in front of them, gets hit on the inside.
And actually gets knocked down.
Yes.
But gets up again. Top thumping.
Yeah. Oh, but gets back on the track and gets through on the outside. And Roadkill has taken off their helmet cover. We're gonna see if we're gonna get a start pass. Their pivot is a bit busy, trying to stop force majeure. Roadkill gets down on their knees.
Roadkill is continuing to go for it.
Yes. The force majeure just jumps on the inside. The Lulu blockers are going up, trying to help Roadkill. Oh, and we have seen a start pass.
Düsseldorf gets sent to the penalty box for a low block, I think it was. And Force is simultaneously doing one of the apex jumps that we've seen more than once. Fourth. Okay.
Okay, force majeure is going to calm down with those apex jumps. And we did see Lulio do a star pass. Roadkill gave the jammer star to Gabby Grenade, who was their pivot. But they still did not manage to score any points. There we can see one of force majeure's apex jumps. I think that, well, that's the fourth or the fifth today, so I guess we're going to see more. And there we go again.
There we go again. Okay, so jumping, but also falling. But that doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter if you fall, right? It's how fast you get up again.
If you land on your skates, yeah. I don't know. Halftime.
It's halftime.
So far, 176 points to Duck City Rollers and 17 to Lulio. We have 15 minutes to go. So,
what are we supposed to do now? Just keep on talking, I'm guessing. Would be interesting to see some stats, to see how many penalties each teams have got.
I think we can go down there and look at the penalty board. Maybe we could talk about that during the second half. It's going to be interesting to see actually how many penalties Lulu's jammers got.
Should be at least a couple.
Yeah, and that might be a problem for second half. Mm-hmm. So we're going to go to commercial, and we see you back here in 14 minutes.
And we are back. This is me, Yogana Fall,
and Peppy Blue, and we have 1 minute left till the second period of this first semi-final this weekend is gonna restart. That was a weird sentence.
That was it was comprehensible, I think. Duck City Rollers against Luleå Roller Derby. Duck City Rollers on a lead with 176 towards 17 points.
Yeah, I went down and checked on the penalty board during half-time, and Lulu have had a total of 8 penalties on their jammers, and a penalty is 30 seconds, so that means that Duck City Rollers had 4 minutes of power jam in total. During the first period.
And they made a lot of points during those power jams.
We have seen a lot of 20, 30 points jams. Just because they had these power jams, they are really good at taking advantage and really going full offense and helping their jammer during these power jams. And I think that's one of the main reasons why we can see this big difference in points. As I've said a couple of times now, first jams were quite even. Then Lulu's jammers started to get penalties. And yeah, after that, those two first power jams for Duck City, that's when the score difference started to show. And I just think Lulu got kind of scared.
Yeah.
Stressed out.
But look now, if you look at the teams standing up to start the second period, and you can see the jammers like making jokes with each other. The players are all talking to one another, and in how many other sports do you see that?
Oh, yeah.
It's just like one big happy family, and then the whistle goes and they're just aiming at smashing each other down. But whenever the it's not on the clock, everyone is friends with everyone.
Yeah.
That is amazing to see.
We're one big happy family. I mean, it's not, even though we're a growing sport here in Sweden, we're still not that big. So you usually know people from most other teams. So whatever team you're gonna play against, you're gonna know someone on the track, and it's gonna be one of your friends. So in between the jams, there's a lot of hugging, even like between the teams.
Scratching each other's backs and just...
Our head ref is going to say something.
Hello, everyone. Sorry for the delay. We're just waiting on the medics to come back, and then we will start the second period.
Oh, the medics, they are MIA.
Are they still under coffee break? So, well, for those who doesn't know, the medics, we have to have medics presented in the venue every time we have a game going on.
And it could be that those medics, they have to have coffee.
Yeah.
Oh, they're back.
Yay, medic!
Not with coffee, but with
a soda and a snack.
Other liquids. Yeah, soda. Okay, so we're starting again. Jam is on. Killen jamming for Luleå.
Fräulein is reckless, jamming for Duck City.
We're waiting for the initial break, and there we got it.
Fräulein gets lead at the same time as Killen gets recycled by A Crusher. Fräulein threw their first scoring pass, 5 points. Oh, and Killen gets around A Crusher but falls down, and which gets the Duck City blockers the time to go in front of them.
Reckless just like side surfing her way around the pack.
Yeah, and Killen has taken off their jammer panty. It gets recycled by Voivitu. It's in the middle of the... Oh, we're gonna see a star pass. Maybe Duck City can see the star pass happening. Oh, the star pass happened, but the pivot, well, now jammer, gets stuck behind Duck City's wall immediately.
And we have a star pass. A successful star pass, and Reckless calls it off.
Oh, of course.
That is that is so annoying when you're pivoting and you get, like, you have to fight a little bit to get that jammer panty, and then you kind of sprint away and you get ready. Okay, so now I'm the jammer, I'm gonna do this, and then the opposing jammer just calls it off, and you're like,
did I do all that for nothing? Well, you didn't do it for nothing because you make the other jammer call it off. You force them to call it off, and even though you won't get any points, at least they won't get any more points during that jam.
That is correct. But when you are that pivot / jammer, you want to try, right?
Yeah,
or that's me when I'm pivoting.
Once you get that star pass, you kind of want to grab a couple of points. But usually the main goal when you do a star pass is to force the other team to call it off. I am not sure what's happening on the track right now.
I saw it's
officials.
It's an official timeout.
Yes,
happening right now. We should take this opportunity to remind everyone about the WAFTA playoffs taking place in Sweden
Yes.
next year. I was
No,
not meaning to say, but I
in
accidentally
September.
said it. It's in September. It's in Malmö, and if you want to see some world-class roller derby, you really have to go there.
Yeah. So it's gonna be. I can't remember. Is it 12 or 10 of world's 30 best teams? Well, basically, it's going to be some of the best roller derby teams in the world will be in Malmö for the WIFTA Division 1 playoffs, the 8th till 10th of September. And the tickets are available now. I already got mine.
Oh, you did?
Got it the first day.
Yeah.
Straight away.
And not sure if y'all can see what's happening on the track right now.
No, because... Oh,
There.
our screen is back.
Yeah, now it's back. So it's still on an official timeout, and skaters are just standing there making jokes. Boden is doing some
Pacing back and forth.
Yeah,
And we
just eager to get started and get started jamming. Yeah.
Most of the NSOs are gathered by the scoreboard. They're not might be having some technical issues. Iceman is calling for someone. I'm not sure. Yeah. Well,
Things are happening, and what else is happening in this venue over here? I heard that the Dock City Rockers are here doing.
They usually are. Dock City Rollers' own fan club.
Dock City Rockers just rocking, I would say. Kind of a band. I don't know, but that's really... Dock City Rockers are people that y'all should take... You should just follow their lead. If you have a derby league that you want to support, you know, just create a fan club, get some drums, a kazoo, maybe, I don't know, a violin, just something that you could make noise with. Support your local roller derby league. I think that's just common sense.
If someone want to be my personal fan club, please play the violin when I play. I would love it.
Right? I promise you here and now that when I go to see you play, I will bring a violin. I can't promise you that it will be in tune or that I know how to play, but I do have a violin.
Oh,
and
you do?
Yes. And once I went to one of our team parties. It was a costume party, and we had a theme, like kind of a fairy tale theme or something. So I went as the Swedish, I don't know what you should call it, but Näcken.
The little guy sitting in the river.
A naked person sitting in the river playing the violin. So I went dressed as that at a costume party. But I will wear clothes when I play the violin, when you play, Papi. Promise you that.
And we're back. Looks like everything is working again. No, it's not. The scoreboard is not working. The game is going on because I don't think the refs could see the NSOs in the box trying to get an official timeout. So the game is going on. We have Boden as lead jammer. And we have Louise Johnson still in the pack. Oh, getting through. Both jammers are out of the pack. Boden calls it off as Louise Johnson were right behind them. We're going back to an official timeout. I think they're having problem with getting the time right.
It's either the time or I don't know if you see the jammer names.
No,
you didn't see that during this jam.
No.
Let them do their thing.
Yeah. So, but a big shout out to all our referees and NSOs that are here to help us solve all these problems.
Doing an amazing job.
I don't understand half of what they're doing.
Nah, me neither.
And I've been in Derby for quite some time now, but yeah, I just know we really, really need them.
Okay.
Malice Babs jamming for Duck City, just skipping by the pack on the outside, getting the lead. And we have Roadkill jamming for Luleå.
Working on the initial pass, helmet, cover in hand, but pivot might not be.
Ooh, I think
yes, we
No.
see.
The pivot is a bit busy trying to keep Malice Babs from scoring any points. But there we go. Roadkill is through, gets through on the inside, puts that helmet cover back on.
So what we saw was merely a star stash,
Yes.
but apparently a successful star stash.
Yeah.
Since-
But Malice
yeah.
Babs called it off, got 5 points. Duck City Rollers are up in 215 points, and Luleå still at 17.
Luleå have not scored in a long time.
No. They have gotten a few leads, but every time Duck City have managed to get through right behind them and
Yeah.
have forced them to call it off.
Or it's been lead and then cutting.
Yeah, that as well.
Killen is tripping through.
Oh, and
Yeah.
Killen
No.
and Fräulein F. Reckless gets through the pack at the same time. Fräulein gets leads and calls it off. That's a quick jam.
That was a quick jam.
And that's what's happening. There's a huge gap in this in the points, but there's not a huge gap in the playing levels of the players.
No, this is, you see this sometimes that like what you see on the track doesn't really match what you see on the scoreboard, and I feel that that is what's happening
Yeah.
now.
Last time these teams played against each other, Luleå won.
Oh, yeah.
During this season. I think it was this fall. We have
Cruella de Jill going for the lead jam status.
for Luleå. And we have Boden is through as well, but more than half the track behind. So, and Cruella de Jill gets a little bit of offense
Getting
jam,
knocked out,
calls
calling it off.
but gets 2
So no-
points. So there we go, 2 more points to Luleå. And they're up at 19. So maybe that's all. Maybe that's all they need. Maybe now they'll come back. They'll keep
yes,
doing this.
they'll keep doing that. Just counterattack.
And we'll see. We have Louis Jensen jamming for Luleå. Oh, Louis Jensen just on
Just
the outside.
using the outside, just like no one was there, and Louis just tripped through.
And Malice Babs has taken off their pivot cap, gets hit out in the first turn, and is recycled. Louis Jensen through for 5 points and calls it off.
Calls it off, looking at the bench
Yeah,
like
should not have called it off because Malice wasn't through on their scoring pass.
yeah.
yet. There we go. All of a sudden, what was it 4 more points to Luleå? Up at 23.
Okay.
So, and we have Roadkill jamming for Luleå. Is it Fräulein jamming for Duck City?
Roadkill, third lead jam. Okay, so this is when it's happening.
Fräulein a little bit less than half a track behind. Luleå is trying to get some offense help to Roadkill. Gets in the pack, calls it off. Was that 1 or 2 points? So that's the 3rd jam in a row with lead jam for Luleå, and there's not many points. But
Not many points, but points nonetheless.
wow, I wonder what they were talking about during halftime.
Whatever it was, it seems like it was working.
It really did. If they can keep this up, they're gonna tighten the gap.
Oh,
But there we have-
Boden just tripping through the pack on the inside line, just running on the toe stops.
And there we're back at the penalties. Killing just got a cutting. So we're
So
back.
that's the 9th power jam for Duck City Rollers.
If my calculations are correct, there are no guarantees for that.
We're making an educated guess here. So it's approximately 9 power jams.
Yes. And Boden is through on their first scoring pass, 5 points. Since they also get points for the jammer sitting in the box. Killen is back on the track. Boden gets hit out.
And calls it off. And
So that's a 9-point jam for Duck City and 0 points for Luleå.
Killen is over there,
Oh, sitting on their
sitting
knee,
on their knee.
talking to Dude Law.
Okay,
one of our
that was
referees.
nothing.
Yeah, I think Killen is okay.
Little windy, maybe.
Yeah, I did not see what happened there.
Neither did I.
But we still have some track ninjas working on the track. Just making sure there's tape everywhere so the track is usable. We can do a little shout out to all of the photographers that are here today. One of them is my mom.
Oh yes, we saw her during
standing in the middle of the track right
intermission.
now. Grizzly Cannon, aka Images by Marie, and we have Tom Isaksson that usually shoots a lot of pictures in Norrköping. Also,
Both really, really good photographers.
yeah, and both of them are used to taking pictures of roller derby. I do not know the names of the other photographers on this game, but we can see them standing around the track. I'm sure you will find their pictures on Facebook or similar places afterwards. Just look around for them. Maybe look for the hashtag SMveckan or hashtag rollerderby-SM.
Cruella de Jill getting lead jam status.
And we have...
We have a star dash going on.
Oh, that's where you... Yeah, is it Malice? No, yeah, I think Patty from the block, Duck City's Pet,
Yes,
has gotten
there
the
it
jammer
is.
Patty. Patty gets through, puts that helmet cover on.
Going for the
Cruella de Jill calls it off.
before Patty gets any chances to get some points.
That's a total of 8 points for Luleå this jam. They're up at 33 points. There we go.
Also a big shout out to some of our other sponsors. Tony's
Auto 7H,
New House.
Morris.
Okay.
And we have Fräulein F. Reckless getting lead, but closely followed by Louis Jönsson.
And looks like they don't really know what to do. Okay.
Might have gotten one. No. Fräulein tries to claim 1 point, but that's pointing with their finger like, yeah, I think I passed one player. But the refs does not agree. 0 points.
They do not agree. That's something that I haven't seen a lot here, that the players aren't trying to signal points or penalties here, which is it's nice to see. They know that the referees know what they are doing.
Yeah. Well, the referees here are really experienced. They have done this a lot of times before. We have Boden jamming for Duck City Rollers coming up in the first turn. And Roadkill, jamming for Lulu, gets lead jam after
Found.
just tripping on the inside, close to the apex line.
Found a little line there and just went for it.
Bowden is approximately half a meter behind. Ooh, a tiny apex jump,
A tiny
and
apex
then
jump and then
calls it off. But looks like Bowden is down.
Okay.
That's 4 points for Lulio, and Bowden actually managed to grab 3 points.
So
It's down, getting some help by Evil the Nets. The medics are underway.
and we go for a time out, and as you can see, the camera is on Lulio, because in roller derby we respect the injured player by not taking any photos, by not really looking. So let's just hope that everything
So Bowden
is fine.
Bowden is getting up with some help from Evil. Yeah,
that was
it
good.
looks good. But I guess that means that we won't see Bowden on the track for at least 3 jams, since the game have been delayed due to that injury or not injury, and the medics were called there.
So if you fall down and you have to stop the clock, you are not allowed to re-enter for 3 jams, right? Those are the rules. Okay.
Oh, 5
there.
seconds.
Everyone was
So
just so like eager to get started that they forgot to wait for the 5-second call.
Oh, and we have Patty from the block jamming for Dock City Rollers.
Looking strong, but also facing strong walls.
Yeah, and Killin jamming for Lulio.
Finding.
Killin getting through on the inside, gets lead. Patty has taken off the helmet cover, tried to... Oh, Killin just smoothly going by on the outside. 5 points. Patty has taken off their helmet cover, gives it to Voivicho.
Successful star pass. Oh, now you...
And Killin is getting through for another 4 points and calls it off as Voivicho is closing in on the pack.
I love to see the star passes, and I like to see how the pivot sometimes has to struggle a little bit to get the panty out and just getting it on.
Yeah.
On the
well, if the blockers
helmet.
in the opposite team sees that you are trying on a star pass, they will do anything to
They
stop
will do
it.
anything. But what I'm talking about is when they have gotten through the pack, but they have to get the cover on, and it can sometimes be a bit confusing because you have to skate and you have to put the panty on and you have to think about, where is the star.
Yeah. We have Malice Babs jamming for Dock City out as lead jammer. Corella de Jill is still in the pack, getting held back by Evil the Nets and A Crusher from Dock City.
And Malice is she's just slammed together between getting some offense help.
Diesel Doris that just came back from the box.
And just went for it. She saw an opportunity to help and she just went for it.
Corella de Jill is getting recycled by Evil the Net. Both jammers are getting held in 2 really strong walls. One of Lulio's blockers, it's sent to the penalty box for multiplayer blocks. Rolling Riot is that, sitting in the penalty box for Lulio at the moment. But Lulio still, only 2 blockers.
So a multiplayer block, we should explain that. A multiplayer block is when you kind of hold your teammate with your hands, and you're not allowed to use your hands. So you have to let each other go, and if you don't do that, That's a multiplayer block penalty.
That's a star pass from Lulio. Their new jammer is Gibby Grenade, and Malice Babs calls it off.
Got some points before calling it off, if I'm not mistaken, which, you know, I probably am, but...
Looks like a total of 9 points in this jam for Duck City Rollers. And Lulio is up to 46. And the penalty box is empty. We have a full set of blockers from both teams on the track.
There hasn't been that many penalties in this.
Well, at least we can say that Lulio have, I think, at least a double of the penalties that Duck City has.
Yeah.
Luis Johnson out as lead jammer for Lulio.
And Reckless took off the helmet cover, making a star stash, but was about to put it on again.
Yeah, Luis Johnson calls it off as Freyline is approaching. 3 points.
3
to
points.
Lulio.
We have 2 new jammers. And we do see some different jammer strategies. You see some jammers, or in some jams, they start very close to the jammer line and sometimes very far away. And just what you want from the initial jam, I think.
Yeah, different jammers like different strategies, and sometimes you'll notice that the blockers in the opposite team kind of get your strategy, and then you might want to change it and try something new to surprise them.
You can see the jammers like talking to each other. I don't know. I want to think that they're making jokes, but it could also be like psyching each other. But Evil the Nets looks like a model there.
Yeah, first time we see Evil the Nets as a jammer today, maybe ever. I don't know. I've never seen Evil jam before. I can't remember. Looks like Duck City is just
trying
new jammers.
I'm thinking that the jammers for Duck City Rollers, they have been working. They've been working hard. Could be a little bit tired, maybe.
Yeah, they can be really, really tired.
It's tiresome to jam.
Yeah. But it looks like one of Lulio's players just got their 7th penalty and therefore will not be playing anymore today. I can't see the number from here. I'm gonna try to figure this out. You can talk about what's going on.
I can talk about, as you may have noticed, we have seen a lot of penalties, and penalties are common. They are quite short, 30 seconds long. However, you're not allowed to get too many penalties. If you get when you get your 7th penalty, you foul out and you're not allowed to play anymore. So that is probably what has happened.
Yes, and I think it's Junior Jinx number 627 from Lulio that we won't be seeing anymore on the track today.
And you don't see this because you don't really see the penalty box on your screens. But a penalty is 30 seconds long, and you start to count those 30 seconds as you sit down. Yeah. Evil the Nets got sent to the penalty box, so her 30 seconds start when the little bum touches the seat.
Exactly. So that's we're gonna have 2 full minutes jam since Evil was the lead jammer, and
that was a good little bum hit.
Yeah,
what they call in Norrköping a good death ass. I don't know if that is the correct translation, but
we'll go with it.
The ass of death.
Yes.
When they just stick it out, you know, the jammer comes, sees a little hole, but beware of the bum just pushing out, causing you to fly.
Yeah.
I love those hits.
Those 2 minutes are up. Evil the Net looks really happy with their performance. 3 points. And 5 points to Lulio. And was it Roadkill just jamming for them?
A lot of fun things happening.
And is Duck City keeping up this new jammer rotation? Tina Turner, another new jammer, for at least for this game. They're just letting their other jammers rest. I think they're feeling pretty confident about the final tomorrow. So maybe
I think it is fair to feel kind of confident when you're at this score.
I would say so.
That is a good. This is a good time to try and to have versatile players. It's a strength where jammers can block and blockers can jam and so on.
Yeah, it's really good to know all the positions, even though you're usually better one. Oh, we have a nice view on the the penalty board, where we can actually confirm that it was number 627 from Lulio that has too many penalties. And you can also see that Lulio has at least a double of amount of penalties that Duck City has. And I think that's one of the main reasons why we are looking at these scores.
Right. Tina Turner got a lead jam status kind of fast.
Really fast, I'd say. Jamming against Killin from Lulio, trying to get through on the outside. Getting some help from their pivot, but Duck City still managed to keep them behind. No, Killin is through, gets on the scoring pass. At the same time, Tina Turner calls it.
And you can just see the Duck City rollers jumping and really cheering on each other.
Well,
high-fiving with the lineup manager.
We have 10 minutes left of this game. They have almost 200 points lead. I think they got all the reasons to be happy.
They do. This is difficult to catch up on.
We have Malice Babs jamming for Duck City, one of the regular jammers, getting out as lead jammer.
But you don't see Lulio giving up.
No.
They just keep pushing and pushing and pushing.
Oh, Cruella the Jill is out of the pack after just pirouetting around Voivitu. Malice calls it off with 4 points. Oh, and we get a replay of Malice Bab's apex jump.
There's been a lot of apex jumps during this game.
I wonder how much time Duck City Roller spends on practicing apex jumps.
All the time.
I'm gonna ask him
That's
later.
my guess. Yes, you do that. Force Majeure, jamming for Duck City, going for the lead jam. Just like muscling through the blockers, and those are not small and weak blockers.
Oh, no.
Those are strong.
Those Lulio blockers, they have been around before and they practice hard. Louise Jönsson got through, so yeah, Force chose to call it off.
And the track ninjas are really working hard.
Yeah, a lot of tape being used here to make sure we have a nice and clean track. We're gonna see Fräulein F. Reckless jam for Duck City and Roadkill for Lulio. And tight pack, Roadkill trying to get through on the outside, gets
a cutting penalty.
Which means that Fräulein F. Reckless has a power jam and is also lead jammer.
A cutting. We've talked about that, but we haven't really explained what that is. A cutting is what it sounds like. If you get outside the lines and then you get in again, in front of like where you got out. I wasn't really good at explaining this, I just realized, but if you go out and then you go in again, in front of where you got out.
In front of people that were in front of you.
Yeah.
So
that's cheating, and you're not allowed to do that.
Yeah. It really makes sense when you think about it. You're not allowed to pass people outside of the track. But so if you get hit out of the track, you have to know who was in front of you, because these people might go backwards and trying to trick you into get a cutting. So you have to see who was in front of you once you fell out or got hit out, and make sure you go in behind all of those people. So that's an extra 10 points for Dock City Rollers after this jam.
And you can really see that the cutting is the most common penalty for jammers. Is my guess.
Yes, it is.
And that is because you don't always notice that you get outside the track.
No, it can be really hard sometimes. You feel super confident that you're inside of the track, and then you look down on your feet, and one of your feet will actually be outside of the track. We can see Melis Babs as lead jammer for Dock City. Killen through the pack, approximately half a track behind Melis.
And Melis goes through, calls it off, and then just, shrugging her shoulders a little bit. Didn't know what to do there. I just called it. I'm just guessing what everyone is saying.
Yeah. And Dock City putting out a new jammer. Is it Bruce Lee? Not sure.
It is Bruce Lee.
Who's gonna jam about Cruella de Jill?
And Bruce is just using power and will, and also willpower to get through.
Also getting some help from Evil the Nets. Cruella de Jill gets some help from their blocker that just came back from the penalty box. So both of our jammers are stuck behind
right
some really strong 3 walls, and we have 2 players in between those 2 3 walls just keeping the pack together.
Bruce Lee gets knocked out, has to recycle, and then
Lulia is recycling the whole way. Ruby Disaster just making sure Bruce Lee has to go all the way back.
So if you get hit out, you have to recycle and re-enter behind the person who knocked you out. And that could be, it's sometimes difficult to know, and players tend to, really want to trick each other by just a random person going back. So as you said before, you have to be aware of who is knocking you out.
Yes. And Lulia has done a star pass. Their new jammer is Gabby Grenade. Bruce Lee still has not gotten through their initial pass, but Gabby Grenade is not the lead jammer since they were the pivot, and a pivot cannot become lead. Bruce Lee just got lead and gets order from Muffa to call it up, does so on their back.
And stays there just looking tired and happy at the same time.
That's usually
laughing a little bit.
The way I feel when I play.
Yeah, tired and happy.
Happy.
I feel tired and happy, and also kind of sore every now and then.
Yeah.
You get your you get bruises from playing roller derby.
Okay, so one more player from Luleå has gotten their 7th penalty. This time it's number 4-8, Ruby Disaster. So
fouling out.
That's right.
And what happens when someone gets their seventh penalty? They get replaced in the penalty box.
Yes, because they have to leave the track, go to the changing room, take their skate off. They're not allowed to be with their team anymore. Fräulein F. Reckless has just got lead for Duck City Rollers, jamming against Louis Johnson that is being recycled by Void Vitu after being hit on the outside.
Luleå now have 3 blockers on track. Pivot is still in the box.
Fräulein F. Reckless just duking through the pack. Through for another 5 points. Louis Johnson just got through their initial pass. Fräulein taking it easy, just looking around like, yeah, okay, I'm gonna call it off.
We've seen Reckless do this a couple of times. Just looking toward the bench, wondering what to do.
Well, Fräulein is a really experienced jammer. They've been a long time in roller derby.
And knows that the bench coach tells you what to do.
Yeah.
So when jamming, look at your bench, because your bench will tell you whether to call it off, whether to continue.
Yeah.
Because it's difficult to see what's happening all the time on the track.
Yeah, the bench coach usually have a better view over the track and can see the entire situation.
So a lot of tactics come from the bench coach.
Yes. We have Diesel Doris jamming for Duck City Rollers, another new jammer. Roadkill has got a lead jam for Luleå.
Gets hit out.
Did Diesel Doris just do a star pass to Evil the Nets? I think so. Yeah, Diesel Doris is joining the 3-wall in the back, and we see Evil the Nets fighting against Luleå's blockers in the front. Roadkill gets to the penalty box for a cutting.
Which means that we have no lead jammer, so this jam will be a full 2-minute jam.
Yes. And that's one more minute to go of this jam for Evil the Nets. Getting help from their blockers. Roadkill is standing up in the penalty box, ready to get back out. Evil the Nets is really happy about all of that.
I like that little hand gesture.
Yeah, just
over there, looking a little bit like a figure skater.
Yeah,
and I enjoy that. I want more of that.
Back on the track, get some really nice offense help.
And here you see the Duck City Rockers.
Their Roadkill is through, got them 4 points. Evil is trying to call it off. No, but you cannot do that.
You need to be lead to call it off. But that's sometimes what you try to do when you're really tired. Yeah. Or I try to do that at work every now and then. And I'm like, I don't want to be here anymore. I'm trying to call it off. Does not work.
But still, the jam ends after 2 minutes. That's a 16-point jam for Duck City Rollers, a 10-point jam for Luleå. And yeah, that's the end of the game. Unofficial score, 304 points for Duck City Rollers and 74 points for Luleå.
Which means that Duck City Rollers will be playing finals tomorrow.
Yes.
But we are yet to find out who they will be opposing. It's between
Rhyme City Rollers and Norrköping Sluts United. They will be playing at 15:30.
15:30, and before that, the Vienna...
The Fear Leaders.
Fear Leaders.
Will be joining us. So you can see the Duck City hugging each other, and it says final score on the scoreboard. So, well, I don't think anything was going to change in who won the game or not, but some points made change in the end.
And now you see teams hugging each other, and you can really see, you know, the derby love that we talk about. This is it, right?
Yes.
Everyone hugging.
It was a tough game, well played by both teams. We've seen a lot of apex jumps.
We've seen a lot of apex jumps. We've seen a lot of strong walls.
Oh,
Also,
definitely.
a lot of strong walls.
Both teams really using that triangle walls, standing all 3 players together. But I think, yeah, Luleå got a lot of penalties on their jammers, and I think that has a lot to do with the outcome of the score.
Yeah, definitely. A lot of power jams, and if you know how to take advantage of those power jams, that's really where you can win a game.
And Duck City do know how. Oh, there is a violin.
There is a violin. I did not know that, but this is just one of the most amazing things I've seen so far.
Okay, so
okay,
I changed my mind. I don't want a violin anymore. Apparently, someone already did that.
I will bring something else then.
Yeah, thank you. Oh yeah, now I can actually hear the violin. So yeah, at 3:15, Fear Leaders are gonna be here, bringing us a show, and then at 3:30, Norrköping Sluts United against Crime City Rollers, and at 6 o'clock tonight, there will be a show game between Gothenburg Coed and Killer Apes from Outer Space.
Yes, looking forward to that.
Yeah, I'm actually playing in the Gothenburg Coed team.
Oh, you are? Oh, yes, you are. Okay. I will be track ninja during that game, so we'll see each other then.
We both have plenty of stuff to do here today. That's also a great thing about roller derby. Everyone is just coming together, helping out to make these sorts of events possible.
There will be no rest this weekend.
No, I know several of the NSOs are also playing in some games. They're also track ninjas. They're selling merch.
Basically doing everything.
Yeah, everyone is just doing anything they can to help out to make these events possible.
Yeah. I think that is our cue to just say thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. And we're getting a thumbs up. Thank you for watching and listening, and we hope that you have enjoyed this. I know I have.
I have too. This was so much fun. 3:15, Fear Leaders. Don't miss it.
Don't miss it. Bye.